It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffing something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight. Yeah, I get it all up from Big Bobo. From the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what it do is your big dog, Bobo Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We're back, up your back, going smack, 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 just like that. And I hope it feel good to you too, because it sure feel good to me. I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K
in the building, looking downstream clickish.
Hey, you got to shout out to Downstream Click, Rifleman.
Yeah, shout out to Rifleman, man.
Shirt.
Thanks for the shirts,
like
man.
That.
Hey, today is a special day, man. Ooh-wee, man. I got a family member, a brother in the house today.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee-wee. Want to buy? Yeah. Don't laugh at us, bro. We this us every day at the crib. Anyway, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, everybody knows that I was affiliated with called the All Hearted Del Party clique, and they merged with a serious rap trio out of what I thought was all out of North Dallas. But today we're going to be educated. And I was college roommates at North Texas State, the Screaming Eagles. Mean Green. Shout out to the Mean Green with my man, Gino, formerly known as Gino Def, but now MC Azim or Lawrence Rashid. You know what I'm talking about? Azim Rashid.
That's right.
It's called Lawrence Azim Rashid. Excuse me. So, 1/3 of that group was called Something Fresh. And they was fresh with it. Them boys had some serious rhymes. But I got 1/3 of them sitting right here with me. I got my brother in the house, Easy Rock in the building. Hey, stop. This is a legend right here, y'all. This is legendary.
Come on now.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah, you look good.
Happy to be here. Thank you, man. You look good.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. We tried.
Nice to be at the desk finally.
We be trying or whatever.
Table.
The wood table. You know, finally. What my man say we gonna call it? You finally made it to the wood table. Yeah, that's what we gonna start saying. So we here at the wood table, the Texas table, and we all about positive energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We love our Dallas Cowboys. And so, I'm going to timestamp this show right now. Today is the day that we let Ezekiel Elliott go. So if y'all want to know what the day that we are recording this show, it is the day, the end of a dynasty. Of an era. Of an era. That's what I meant to say. The end of an era. And I was no more of this. No more hurdling. No more jumping in the red bucket. We were there for that game, the first game. Remember, baby? We were there
for that game.
We was there for the first hurdle. We was there for the first 2016, baby. Ooh. Yes. But minus all that, I need you to rub the blue star.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All day.
Thank you, bro. That's for your positive energy. I need you to take some with you and leave some here with us, man.
Okay.
All right. I got you covered.
That part.
So, baby, I got my brother here. I know a lot about him.
Okay. So, Mr. Easy Rock, earlier we were having a conversation where you stated you thought everybody was from the North.
Yes, I did.
But we stand correctly. Tell everybody where you from.
Oak Cliff, baby. Oak Cliff.
What? Mighty Oak Cliff, baby. Stand up.
Okay.
I mean, you got to be stiff to be from the Cliff.
We got to ask, though, what high school did you go to?
I actually went to Hillcrest High School.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I grew up in the Cliffs most of my life. I didn't move to North Dallas until after I graduated high school.
So what part of the Cliffs would you say that you grew up in?
Well, we moved around a lot, but I spent most of my time in the South Oak Cliff area.
Okay.
All of my relatives graduated from SOC.
Okay. That's my
I dreamed of playing ball for SOC.
Okay.
Then we lived on Ewan and Overton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the hood.
We moved up Overton.
Okay.
to the infamous Butter Beans.
Okay.
Ooh, the butter beans.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I lived down there, and they rezoned us. Actually, when I got ready to go to high school, I went to Nemesis+Life my freshman year,
Okay.
Okay.
and then transferred because back then Nemesis+Life didn't have sports.
At all.
Right, we was at the old building,
The Nolan Estes Plaza.
exactly. So I got my transfer and went to Hillcrest and played ball out there, for 3 years and graduated out there.
You play football, correct?
I actually played basketball.
Really? Yeah. That's right. You were a lot. Yeah, you were just
Yeah, I
tall
was
and
a little slimmer
Yeah.
back in the day.
What were you, a power forward?
Actually, I played guard.
Really?
Played guard. Yeah, I played point guard and shooting guard.
Oak Cliff affiliated. I love it.
That's right.
You had some handles?
Man, I had it all, bro.
Really? The
Had
full
it all.
package?
Full package. I was known for my shooting, though.
Oh, so that shot was
That's
wet.
what's up.
Like my man Meezy Relli say.
Hey, I know you from Singing Hills. They know me around them parts.
Okay.
They know me around them parts.
Oh, at the
Trust me.
rec?
Oh, yeah.
At the gym?
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They
I was
said
up
they know-
there.
he said
I was
they
up
know
there
him.
every day.
Okay, yeah, that's
Every day.
Better recognize.
Used to. We actually moved when I was in high school. We moved over off of Ledbetter and Lancaster. Remember those apartments used to be right there?
yes.
Big D.
Yes.
I used to walk from Big D to Singing Hills Recreation Center to hoop.
Oh yeah, that's not
Ooh, that's a hike.
It's a hike.
It's a
Kept me-
hike, but it's just right down the street.
I'm a
though.
young person, you
It's a
got
hike.
boundless energy,
What street is that? You
Especially
turn
back
on
then.
Couch Street.
I didn't go that far. I turned down Wagon Wheel.
Oh yeah, that's
Go down Wagon Wheel, then turn on Lazy River.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got a lot of kin folks that live in Singing Hills.
Oh yeah, that's my hood, baby.
yeah.
Shout out to my people out there in Singing Hills, man.
Mine
Right.
too.
Yeah, for
So
real.
I'm Oak Cliff through and through, man. I grew up in Oak Cliff, repped it. Even when I moved out north,
Yes.
when I joined the group, I was always repping Oak Cliff. They used to make fun of me how I talk because I had that Oak Cliff slang, that Oak
Yeah.
Cliff
Oh,
twang.
that's
Well, they were kind of
That's all right.
proper talking.
Had a little swag.
Yeah, I
They
had
had a
that.
little proper
They used to
English.
laugh at me because I say, "Man, let's go get some burr."
Yeah,
Everybody talk about us and Bird. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Hey,
but that's a Dallas thing.
it is.
I don't know, man. I used to be on the road with UGK, and we be all over the place, and people hear me say beer in here, but the way we say it, and they say, "Yo, you from Dallas?
Give me a Bird up in here.
You from Dallas?" Not over.
yeah.
They say, "Oh, you from Dallas?"
Yeah.
I said, "How can you tell just by the way you hear me talking?" And that's what they would say. The way we say those two words, it's just automatically known over the country. That's the way Dallas talk.
Right.
That part.
I say, "Damn."
So at what point did you get into music?
Music is like my mom played records constantly. She was always playing music. Like she get home from work, from the time she get off from work until she went to bed,
Yeah.
something was on the stereo. So I'm listening to all this, everything back from the Motown days
All the good stuff,
to the
yeah.
blues,
Yes.
and then when rap came, I started listening to that. I mean, she didn't listen to too much rap herself, but it was always music going on in our house. But really, and I got a story for you because you
Go
talk
ahead.
about some legends you just spoke to on the phone earlier.
Yes.
You know who?
Yes.
I go way back with them also.
Oh yeah. Got shout out to my man Casino.
Casino
And Rob.
and his brother Jen and Rod.
Yes.
His brother Jen and I. So I went to middle school at Holmes, O.W. Holmes.
Oh yes, yes sir.
So when I was at O.W. Holmes, I actually was in part of a singing group with Jen.
Oh really?
Wait
Yes,
a minute,
sir.
You sing too?
Yeah, he sing.
Oh,
Yeah. So we had a group. It was 4 of us. We used to do all the talent shows and stuff, sing for the girls in the hallway.
Yeah.
Singing like.
You still got it? That's
yeah.
one.
a
Hit
little
us-
bit.
What
hit
you
us
looking
with a little
around?
line
I'm
or
gonna get to
something.
that. I'm gonna get to that point.
I just want to know what you looking over there for.
Yeah, hit us with a little line or something.
That's my partner.
I understand, yeah, but you stand on your own.
He was like, "Do I still
He
got it?"
looked over there.
Let me get to that part, then I explain that to you.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I got another one of my brothers in the house, George Payne, that I hadn't seen in over 20 years.
Man.
I'm talking about. I'm coming.
That's not true.
I gotta get that out
You
for
have
her.
seen him.
I did see George
Okay.
Payne on television, singing New Year's Eve. What is that park called downtown Dallas? Victory Park.
Yeah, Victory
down at
Park.
Victory Park
Victory
for
Plaza.
Victory Plaza for New Year's Eve. I said, that's my classmate,
Hey, that's my classmate.
George Payne. I know him. And she's like, you think you know everybody? But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But wait a minute, I do also have another brother in the house.
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah,
definitely.
MG is in the house. Mike Grayson is in the building.
Yeah, man. Got a shout out to Show, big time Show. Woo, doing big things, man.
Man, nah, for real.
Yeah, nah, I just said nah for real. So so you used to sing and
I sang with those guys. So at Holmes, we had the singing group. We used to do all the talent shows. So you know how it is in Oak Cliff.
Yes.
When you get ready to go to high school, everybody going different directions. And plus, I always played ball. And Jim ended up going to Health Magnet.
Okay.
I'm going to A. Maceo Smith. And I didn't see him for a long time. That for freshman year of high school, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I'm coming from Cummins Recreation Center. I'm walking through that elementary school, the portables.
Yeah.
We bumped into each other underneath the portable walkway.
Oh, wow.
I was like, man, I ain't seen you since last school year. I said, you still singing? He said, no, man, I'm rapping now. Now, mind you, this is 1980.
Yeah. In the beginning.
I said, you rapping? He's like, yeah. I said, let me hear something. Man, he did a rap. Blew me away.
Wow.
I went home that night, wrote my first rap.
Oh, wow. Super tight exclusive.
I wrote my first rap that day after hearing Jen, rhyme for me to the instrumental Rock Skate Roll Bounce. Because wasn't too many instrumentals out back then.
No.
On the 12-inch, you flipped it over, they had an instrumental.
Yeah.
So I wrote my first rhyme then, and then that same year, because I was going to Maceo Smith, out of Oak Cliff schools, we always have a bunch of talent shows.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna make this quick. Toward the end of the school year, there was a big show at a big party at remember the Fishman's Inn, right?
Yes.
Right there on used to be the Bonanza.
Yes.
It's a church now.
Yes.
So they had a big end of the school year party.
Bro, I went to Betty Lynn.
Yeah, and they had a it was the band that used to do a lot of the high school shows back then. And who was the drummer for that band?
Don Snake Brown.
Exactly. Didn't know him then, but one of my partners that played saxophone in that band, they went to school with me. He knew I could rap. So they was live performance as a band. And he's like, man, you want to get up here and rap?
That's how you met Snake?
That's how I met Snake.
Wow.
But we didn't really link up right then and there. But I came out on stage. They said, well, what you want us to play? I said, just play something. I got up there and did that was my first rap performance ever.
So let me ask you this. You said that one of your partners was in that band, or y'all just went together?
No, he was in the band. He played saxophone in the band.
What was his name?
I want to say his name is Anthony. I can't remember his last name. I want to say Anthony Brown.
Okay.
But he was a saxophone player. They had Robert Camp. Robert Camp played keyboards. Snake was on drums. I can't remember the rest of them, but that's.
That'd be too much of a coincidence if his name was Anthony Brown.
I think his name was. I know his first name was Anthony. I can't remember the last name.
It can't be the same thing as Snake name.
Yeah, but he played. Because half the band went. Yeah,
but exactly the name.
Because half the band went to Sock and half the band went to A. Maceo Smith.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
So that's how that connection works.
The reason I asked you that is because you remember when Snake and them lived in that blue apartment. You remember when I moved in with Snake?
Yeah.
And they lived down there in Mountain Ridge, whatever, off of Duncanville Road.
Right.
In the white and blue apartments.
Yep.
He had a roommate. You remember his roommate? Rest in peace.
Talking about Ken? You ain't talking about Ken, are you?
No.
I'm not sure.
His name was Burr.
Oh, I remember Barry. Yeah.
Burr was in that group.
Yeah.
He was in that group. His name was Theodore.
Okay.
Theodore Camp.
Yeah, and he had a brother named Robert Camp. They was both in the group. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that might have been the person who you was talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't that guy, but yeah. So that was kind of like the origins of me getting into rap. I got to give big shout out to who, Jen, Rod, and Chris.
Shout out.
They like brothers to us, man. We go back, to the beginning of the rap game in Dallas. Much
shout out to
love.
Zero.
DJ Zero. Yeah. DJ was Zero was my DJ at one point.
Really?
And I went solo.
Oh, really? Shout out to that brother, man.
Yeah. So
he was cool.
So that was kind of the origins, and then from there I wasn't trying to get a record deal. I was just rapping, I go to a party, somebody give me a microphone, I get up and rap.
Well, let me ask you a question, because I heard you say when we talked about how'd you get into music, you mentioned mom.
Right.
Played a lot of music. You came up, was dad in the household?
My dad was in town They were divorced when I was 7. My dad actually, I found out after my dad passed when I was a freshman in high school.
Oh,
But
sorry to hear that, bro.
I found out. Thank you. I found out that from my uncle when we cut the Nemesis record. I told my uncle about it. He was like, "Well, you know, your daddy used to sing in a group back in the day. They put a record out, blah 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 blah."
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "What? I never even knew about
Out the
it."
blue.
Yeah, he was in like a Temptation type group. You know, he would always sing around the house. He could play guitar and stuff.
So y'all had a relationship.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. My old man grew up over there in the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time in the bottom. My grandmother's house was in the bottom over there. So, you know, like I said, I'm Oak Cliff.
So which did you prefer more, the singing aspect or the rap?
I just loved all of it, man, to be honest with you.
Love music.
And I was always musical. Like some of the songs we used to do as Nemesis, like some of the recordings that we did with Snake that didn't go on the record that we would just do and they would play on the All Hearted Death Party show.
Yeah.
Some of those hooks that was kind of more melodic, that was me.
Oh, wow.
Because I had kind of the sing-songy kind of, you know, technique, you know, in some cases. But I just, you know, I love music. I was always the person that I'd tell, get off the piano.
Yeah.
You know, don't touch that boy. You know, I was that kid, you know, always tapping on the table. All that stuff. You know, I wanted to do music. My mom was always, well, we can't afford lessons. So I just stuck with sports and just did music for fun.
Yeah.
And then when I got to college,
What college did you go to?
I was at Eastfield College. I met a brother, Bruce Jenkins is his name, aka Chili B. What's up, Chili B?
Oh, really?
So Chili B, you know, we just hanging out. He could rap, I could rap. He said, man, I need to introduce you to my homeboy.
Yeah.
Turned out to be Bumblebee.
Man.
Turned out to be Bumblebee. So he's like, man, well, come to church with me next week. Because they went to Hamilton Park Methodist.
Okay.
So I go to Hamilton Park Methodist. After church, we in the building behind the church, you know, the daycare center.
Yes.
You know, Bumblebee, he on the spot. Well, let me hear what you got.
Oh, he was Johnny on the spot, baby.
the
Let
spot.
me hear it.
I bust a rhyme for him. He bust one for me. He's like, man, I like you. I had a whack rap name back then though. It was my original rap name from the very first time I wrote a rap.
What was it?
You got
It was Dr. Rappenstein.
Hey. Wasn't it a rapper called that?
Wait a minute.
Wasn't it a famous rapper called that?
Y'all ain't gotta laugh that hard now.
You thought about that?
Well, I'm not breaking over you ain't heard my side. I just think, but that was the time.
But that was the time, right? You had Grandmaster Flash and those
Yes.
people like that. But when I hooked up with B, because of my demeanor and because of my rap style, he's like, man, I got a name for you. We're gonna call you Easy Rock C. But my name is Charles Rockamore, right?
Yes.
Last name. Everybody, my nickname my entire life was Rock.
Yes.
You know. So he's like, we're gonna call you Easy Rock C. And I was like, man, I like that.
So Bumblebee came up with the name.
Bumblebee named me Easy Rock C.
Before we go any further, I got a shout out to that brother.
Oh yeah.
One of my, a legend in the city. Bumblebee, you need to come down here and get on this wood table, bro. Go ahead.
Right. That's my brother. Man, we real family.
Yes.
Real family. So
I just have one question before you move on. What was the look? Did you have a look for Dr. Rappenstein?
Nah, nobody had looks back then. We just wore what we wore.
Yeah.
I dressed like the regular.
Some people had
Had
looks.
to add.
Well,
Even like Grandmaster Flash.
Well, you know, in Texas we didn't have no looks.
There we go.
We dressed like we dressed.
They had looks.
That part.
Listen, I've done shows when I'm all Oak Cliff. I got my snake boots on. I'm all Oak Cliff. You know,
Already.
But we used to do
What year you finished?
84.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, so I meet B, and B said, well, man, come to my house tomorrow. I want you to meet my other homeboy that rap with me,
Okay.
Gino Def.
Gino Dell, shout out.
So meet Azim, aka Gino Def, for the first time. Me, him, and my other guy, Bruce, we call him Chili B. Chili B, Ice Cold MC. And so we became a group, the four of us. So the original group was 4, not 3.
Now, what was that group called?
The 4.
The 4. Y'all done put too much thought into that one.
B, that was B. B came up with the
The 4.
Yeah, because he was thinking like, Fantastic Four. He's like, we're gonna call it Four. And then we had a DJ too. Rockmaster C, Carmel Self, Rockmaster C.
Already.
He was our DJ initially, then we moved on. We got Discmaster D, Darius Martin.
I know Darius already.
Yeah. Both of them was cold. You know. And so we had that group, and then and I you heard Azim mention we went through different iterations of the group. Mm-hmm. So guys coming in, guys going out, but it was always us three.
The three, yeah.
Yeah, we became Ice Factory at one time.
I've heard that group. I remember y'all telling me about it. I don't remember the group. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had that group for a hot minute. We had another brother that rapped with us out of Garland. Brother named, he called himself Rolo. Mm-hmm. Darren Rollinson.
So were y'all having to change the name every time you brought someone else in, or?
I'm just asking. No,
we had to, because it ain't the phone no more.
Well, maybe if someone left and then they bring in it still.
Honestly, what it was, because we were going through different changes, different membership changes, and then like at one point B was out the group.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
When we came over Ice Factory, B wasn't in the group.
Well, let me ask you this: were you a part of that clique that was called the Partridge Family and the Brady Bunch?
No, those were the North Side folks. They already had that stuff together when I moved out there.
Okay.
So we moved from Oak Cliff out to Lake Highlands area.
Okay.
So they was
moving on up like George and Weezy.
Yeah. So we moved out there, and I started really hanging tough with being them then because I was out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would go to all the gigs and stuff, parties and stuff, and they had the Partridge Family and the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch, I think, was
the boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like females and males. Mm-hmm. But that was all I know was a bunch of good looking women out there. Coming from Oak Cliff. I'm like, oh, this is new. This is different kind of girls though.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
Are you saying that there were no good looking women in
Oak Cliff? No. Come. Oak Cliff's still number one.
Okay, Oak Cliff's still. Make sure the way
he said them girls out there look a little different.
They acted different.
That's what you say.
What I'm saying is they acted different. They were a little more. They were a little more.
You in trouble, bro?
It's hard to say.
Watch yourself, Easy Rock. No,
my wife is from Oak Cliff, so
okay, good.
I married Oak Cliff.
You got your real.
You married the right one.
In fact, B introduced me to my wife.
Really?
He used to work with my wife, and this was like right around the time when I actually left Nemesis.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I got a girl for you. She's perfect for you. And I was actually with somebody else.
Oh, that was a long time ago. So y'all been together.
Oh yeah, we about to be married 25 years this year.
Yeah, hit that sign, baby. That's black love. That's black love right there. That's what I call black excellence.
We blessed, man. We blessed. I can't.
Congratulations, bro.
Can't front on that.
So there's a lot of good looking women.
Little girls, really.
That's where he stopped.
It was part of the equation, right? When you're doing the music thing, you're doing party. You used to DJ,
Oh yeah, the girls.
It's all part of the equation.
It was.
But I mean, when we got with B, B was always thinking like chess. Yeah. He's thinking 2-3 steps ahead.
Yeah,
we're just having fun. Mm-hmm. He's like organizing in his head, like how we gonna get it. We gonna get out there.
Yeah.
And then Azim was always, thinking about, he always said, I want to be behind the scene. That was
the business.
He was always carrying a briefcase as a teenager.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He really was. Ask his brother, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
And
Azim was different.
And so anyways, fast forward, we go through those different iterations, and then we become Something Fresh.
Something Fresh.
Right around the time we changed the name to Something Fresh was when we synced up with Snake, Big Al, and Casanova Rock.
What year would you say that was?
That was probably 80. Ooh, man, that might have been like 87.
No.
86.
It had to be about 86 because we graduated in 86.
Probably late 86. Because we did, once we got with them, everything started moving fast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It started moving real fast. So 86, 87, we hooked up with them. And I remember the first time we met with them, they was living in Irvin. They were roommates. Mm-hmm. Snake, Al, and Casanova were roommates.
I remember that.
We came out to Irvin, met up with them. They was like, man, well, y'all come down to the KNON and everything. So we went down there, and I think the first time they let us rap on the air, we was excited because we got a chance to be on the radio.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And then after that, Snake started producing beats that we would do just promo songs on the
909.
Yep.
Snake Beats.
Actually, he had the Lindrum at first.
Oh yeah, the Roger Lindrum.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had the Lindrum, and then we started doing some tracks and everything for them on the radio, and then it just grew from there. And fast forwarded until we got to the actual naming of Nemesis. Became Nemesis. We actually kind of.
Wait a minute. You moving too fast.
All right.
Let's talk about this.
Something fresh.
We still in something fresh.
Okay.
Because you can't skip over the mighty song Oak Cliff.
Gotcha.
And that was doing the
Slow me down, man.
Because that was doing the Something Fresh days. Do you remember the recording session for Something Fresh? I mean, for Oak Cliff.
Yes, sir. I do. There's actually 2 recording sessions for Oak Cliff.
Come on, talk about it, because I want to know your experience through your eyes.
The original recording of Oak Cliff, we recorded at Daryl Baby Cake's house.
Shout out Daryl Baby Cakes.
Yep, we did it at his house. That version,
Geiger.
Daryl Geiger.
Geiger. Yes.
Right. His old man worked for Capitol Records back then, and so we cut that record in his house, the original version of it. That was the version that got on the radio initially with Tom Joyner.
Okay.
So we sat down and we wanted to come up with something like our version of South Bronx, like what KRS One and Boogie Down Production did.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about Oak Cliff. Me being from Oak Cliff, Big Al being from Oak Cliff, Snake being from Oak Cliff. It was originally kind of our thought process. Let's talk about Oak Cliff.
Let's represent the Cliffs.
And I'm proud to say, that record, we went on to get a lot of notoriety just on the cassette, and then we actually, because of that, we went to the actual studio and recorded it.
Okay, and that was in, I think, Granbury?
Yeah, Granbury, Texas.
So let's talk about your first. Was this the first time you went into a big studio?
Yes.
How'd that feel?
Oh, it was awesome, man. You get to see the big mixing board, and you know what I'm saying? Because before that, it's all 4-track tapes and stuff like that. So you just kind of how it is. You're in the closet with a sock on the microphone.
Yeah.
Stuff, but. Yeah, I mean, one thing we did learn. Shout out to Snake, Big Al, Casanova, man. They taught us kind of how to be professionals. Because they were always ahead of the game in terms of technology, in terms of just how to go to work.
That's that damn snake.
Yeah, how to go to work. How to go to work, sound quality, all that stuff.
Yes,
all that stuff. They kind of helped us learn from that standpoint, because we were just artists. We were just trying to. We just wanted to be on.
I just want to rap.
We just wanted to be on, so they helped us get on, and they helped us kind of get our minds right, get the work ethic and everything like that. And then, but that song Oak Cliff, man, that's gonna always be like, so that's me that opens the record up.
Oh man,
that Oak Cliff.
Oh really?
That's me.
So
and that's me. The first line. There's a place in Dallas known as Oak Cliff,
where you could tell the rap from the rib. Oh yeah, right. Getting full of them bulls,
looking for the P.
That's the classic line. You came on repping on that song. How did it feel the first time you heard it on the radio?
Oh man, because that was we had heard our other songs we did with Snake them on the radio, but when that song came out, because I remember when it debuted on Tom Joyner in the Morning.
Yes,
it was number 1, and Tom Joyner said somebody dropped off this cassette on our doorstep. Everybody's been calling us, asking us about this song, so we're gonna go ahead and play it.
Yeah,
and it shot all the way to number 1, because he used to do like a little top 5.
Yes,
so we shot to number 1.
And that was big for the morning show. Tom Joyner's morning show.
Yeah.
Ooh, that had to be one of the number 1 morning shows in the country at that time.
Oh yeah.
That was before he was the fly job.
It sure was.
Yes.
Sure was. Yeah, it was a big deal, man, because all my homies that.
How'd it make you feel?
Oh man. I felt like we were accomplishing something,
Oh, yeah.
We felt like, all right, we on our way.
Yes,
we're on our way. We had the 12-inch single that we cut. Then right after we cut that, we actually opened up for the New York City Rap Fest when it came to Dallas.
Who was on that show?
Man, Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince with the headliners. Kumo D, Whistle. I'm trying to think who else was on there. I want to say Grandmaster Flash might have been on there. I don't think now. They seem like. Those were the groups I remember, and we had Dallas Convention Center.
Okay,
and we had the way the dressing room was cool, because the way the dressing room was set up, you had everybody was in the same dressing room basically, because you had like individual rooms that had a door so you can go and dress in private, but in the main area, with all the vanity mirrors. Everybody was in there.
Oh, okay.
So that's when we met. We actually met, hung out with Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince and their crew. Hung out with them. We gave my 12-inch and everything. Like, hey, check us out, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
How was Will Smith back then?
Exactly like he was on the show.
Kind of goofy, huh?
Exactly like he was. First time I saw Fresh Prince, I was like, he's not acting. That's him.
Yeah, just fun loving. I didn't want to call him goofy, but just just a kid. Just he used to be out there having fun. I saw him perform a couple times in Dallas during Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince days, and yeah, he used to be having fun on stage.
Yeah,
and Jazzy Jeff was probably one of the top 2 DJs I ever seen perform live in my life.
He's my all time greatest DJ.
I said top 2. He might be as far as a rapper's DJ. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know too many people that could outdo Jazzy Jeff, man.
Hey, I stood behind him on the stage at that concert and watched him.
Yes.
I wanted to see if it was real.
Oh, it's real. I was at the show on the front row and watched him.
That brother is cold.
Yeah, he is ice cold with it, man.
He's cold, man. He's still cold, even to this day.
I would love to see him.
Still to this day. He got videos out on YouTube. Him
still doing the damn fool.
Still cold. So,
Oak Cliff is out. It's bubbling. I mean, it's more than bubbling. It took the city by storm. I mean, because you got to realize, I mean, was Bo and Ho out then at that time?
Bo and Ho didn't come out to after that.
Well, see, so my mind.
Bo and Ho came out right around the time. I got a story for that, but Bo and Ho came out after we changed our name to Nemesis. We actually recorded in the same studio that they recorded in.
So what was the reason for the name change to Nemesis from something fresh? I never knew that.
So we had like a little riff with Snake and them, you know. So at the time, this was like around the time Yellowhammer came out.
Yeah.
So DJ Crush and K. Cole was part of the family, right? Yes. And so Snake was doing, you know, songs with them, Yellowhammer and some other stuff. Cole, I mean, music just really, really good. And he started doing some stuff with some solo stuff actually with Azim. And then we were just kind of beefing with him a little bit. So me and B kind of like separated a little bit from the crew. And that was around the time we met Mike Grayson.
Yeah.
Because me, Azim, and Mike worked together at IBM. In the mailroom. In the mailroom. But anyhow, we came up with the name Nemesis and told Azim, hey man, you either over there or you over here. So he came back home. So we became Nemesis apart from Snake and them.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah, just for a hot minute. It wasn't a long time because we were going to the studio. We were producing ourselves between DJ Crush and one of my brother, my homie Suave D.
Okay.
Suave was making beats on the 9. We had our own 909 at that point.
Okay.
And you know, doing songs on our own. Really good music. And at the same time, we were recording at Planet Dallas Studios.
Okay.
And you know who was there recording also.
Oh, okay.
They was recording Bo and Ho.
I love Planet Dallas, man.
Yeah, that's a nice studio.
What's it doing there? Rick Rooney
and Patrick Hill.
Yeah.
So Patrick Hill invited us. He said, well, hey, you guys are good. You need to go to South by Southwest and perform. So we went to South by Southwest, us and you know who.
Okay.
What year was that?
This was 87. 87. And we go down there in 87? Yeah, 87. Summer, I think it was summertime.
So it's around this time. Okay, probably about this time. Because Southwest is always the...
Yeah. It wasn't... it was not as big as it is now, but it was big.
Still. Oh, yeah.
So we go down there, and they had like we did 2 performances. One, it was all rappers. Ghetto Boys was on the same ticket. We did it. They was on there. You know who was on there with us. And so we performed with those guys.
Wait a minute. This is Nemesis.
We was Nemesis. We had just became the name Nemesis.
And this is still separated away from Snake now.
It was completely apart from Snake.
Wow. I never knew this story. Okay, go ahead.
So we were all roommates living together and we did all this stuff. But anyhow.
Was Azim still in college at that time?
Azim probably was because he was always taking at least a class.
Yes.
We used to drive him
I remember.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping in your dorm room.
Yeah, I
You
remember.
this?
Yeah, he made me remember that, and I said, "Oh my God, I remember that."
Yeah, we would be doing shows or whatever we got to do, but we made sure he got to school.
Yeah,
You know, me and
That's what's up.
be in that red pickup truck, 3 of us in the front of an S10.
Ooh.
I did not
them
know
days.
that there was a separation from the all hearted.
It wasn't real long. 'Cause that was around the time we was working with Mike. Mike was doing his thing out in L.A., cutting his record, and kind of getting involved with some of our ideas and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And that's when the idea for the Snake and them said, hey, let's link up. We want to put an album out.
Okay.
So the original plan was not to do a Nemesis album. The original plan was to do a compilation album.
Oh, with
Feel Like Fresh.
oh,
These are the people they told us they were going to get on the album. So it's going to be Feel Like Fresh.
Keiko.
No, Keiko had left because I think he was at that point he had left All Hardy.
Okay.
And he was with Fresh Rock.
Okay.
But anyways, it was going to be us, Feel Like Fresh, and a group called the Fresh Ones.
Okay.
Led by a guy by D-Man was his name. He was the
Okay.
lead rapper. They was from New York, but they lived in Dallas. And then Snake and Big Al and Casanova was going to do a few DJ songs
Okay.
on the record. That was the original plan. But then when the other guys wouldn't commit, I said, you know what? We'll just do the album with y'all. And that's really what was the genesis of that original album that we put out, to Hell and Back.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
quite the
I told you I got some
story.
dots.
Yeah.
I got some dots to connect
That's
with.
what he said. I'm gonna
Yes.
connect the dots.
Yeah, connect these dots.
I'm gonna connect some dots. But it was always, with when we came back to get with them, Ken and Rich was our managers. R.I.P. Rich. Ken.
Yeah. R.I.P. the Lumpy.
We was like brothers though.
Yeah.
With them, we spent the night. We spend the night at each other's house. We at their
Come
house.
on, bro. I remember the meetings and
Oh, yeah.
over at Snake House when we lived out Duncanville Road. And I do remember one time. I want you to explain this to me because we finna go deep.
All right.
One time we was over there. I remember where the couch was sitting. You guys were sitting on the couch. You and Bumblebee. And this was when y'all were deciding to leave for good. And y'all got up and walked out. And I was like, where they going? I said, where they going? And y'all never came back. I just knew for sure y'all were coming back.
Honestly, man, around that time, I was like,
Why?
we had a lot of internal creative differences. Snake was in control of everything production wise back then. I mean,
Yep.
he was cold,
Yep.
rightfully so. But we had some, rap was changing also, as far as the lyrical content was coming out. At that time, you had Too Short was starting to be on the rise. NWA was just around the corner. They had they hadn't done the NWA album, but they had done Dope Man and
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood and all that
Yes.
stuff. So everything was coming more street. Well, we was never street rappers.
Yeah.
We was lyrical rappers. We was all about I'm the best MC on the planet type rappers.
Yeah.
That's what we was about. So we would always get into these discussions with Al and Snake about kind of bringing the intelligence level down a little bit, on the lyrics. So we use a lot of big words and stuff like that.
Yeah. They just say they want you to dumb it down a little bit.
Right. But just trying to they was trying to mentor us on what the industry was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's
Which
understandable.
Understandable. So and then I was still kind of like, man, one foot out the door because I was thinking about going back to school to get my degree and everything. And I decided I initially decided I'm gonna leave, and B left because I left.
I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Y'all got to walk. I'm telling you, it was like a move. Where they boys going? And like I tell you, I'm a huge Bumblebee fan at that time.
I remember what Snake said?
What?
Y'all done fucked up. That's what Snake said.
On the way out the door.
On the way out the door.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. So from that point forward, I actually stopped rapping for about, I don't know, 6 months maybe. B immediately started becoming Bilal Hakeem El Shabazz.
Yes, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Bumblebee, cold, one of the coldest lyrics on the planet,
Yes.
bar none.
Yes.
I'm talking about
Yes.
that top 50 that came out.
He should be in there.
He could be in there easily.
Yeah,
easily.
He just didn't get the deal.
Well,
Right.
what made you stop rapping?
Again, I was kind of at a crossroad in life. Plus, my family was in one ear, like, "Hey, you need to go back to school and all this stuff." You know, because they wasn't really believing all the way in the music.
Yeah.
When we came out with the record, they kind of believe, but you know, our family, they don't see.
Yeah.
So when y'all was dumbing
They
down,
don't see the vision all the time.
so was it a struggle or was it an issue with y'all to record the song "Pusher Man"?
No, not at all.
It was easy to do that.
That was easy to do, but from that point forward, they wanted
More of that.
more of that, and that was like for me and B, that wasn't really our style.
That was, in my opinion, I never knew Snake and Al was pushing for that. But to me, I'm going to say it because you here, they were correct. Because you saw that that's the way the industry was going.
Yeah.
They were going that way. Even though
the rap game was changing so rapidly back then.
Boy, it changed
It was
rapidly.
changing. It was changing like from so many different styles of genres.
yes.
Or
Well,
versions of rap.
Right.
well, once NWA hit,
Yeah.
and then the Ghetto Boys hit down here,
Yeah.
it was kind of hard because the Ghetto Boys was a perfect mesh of you guys and NWA.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, they were political, and Scarface was lyrical,
right.
and they still were street.
Yeah.
And they still were
Yeah.
talking about the stuff that they saw in their neighborhoods. And I think that's what worked for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, y'all had already recorded that album. Well, the one
Yeah,
album.
the album was recorded, released. We were doing shows.
I'm going to tell you something that you might not know.
What's that?
Because the deal came right after that.
Yeah, that's why it came right after that because we had to sign contracts.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know this. We about to go deep. We about to say some super tight exclusive stuff tonight. I remember they got that budget. I don't know if you know this. You probably do, but a lot of people don't know. And this is just some young guys, but they went in and they recorded a whole new album. You
Yeah.
remember that?
I do.
And it was a banger. And they turned that album in. And you know what happened?
I know exactly what happened.
They said, no. We didn't sign y'all for that new album. We signed y'all for the one that y'all already got. And in our minds, their minds, my mind as well, I'm just a kid, a roadie, and they're saying, everybody already heard this. You know what I'm saying? We want to record new music, but the world hadn't heard it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
And since then I've seen a couple other people go through that as well.
And it's funny, even though they said that it hadn't been out that long though, really. I mean, some months, really.
Yes. And they could have kept all that money
But
in their
down,
pocket.
for real. But we had to sign over our rights for them to use our voices on the
Let's
the
talk
profile.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, Azim brought us the contracts. We got it and had some attorneys look it over,
Yes.
to make sure that we was getting a fair cut
Yes.
and everything. And it was. I mean, honestly, we probably could have got a better deal out of it, but we got some royalties out of it. We got some checks coming in from that back in the day. So I'm not going to knock it 100%. We didn't get a specialty lawyer or an entertainment lawyer to look at it. We just got
Okay.
a lawyer to look at it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, B's parents' lawyer looked at it.
Oh, gotcha.
He just wanted to make sure there was a split in there that we would get equally compensated on, which we did. I mean, I'm not going to go too deep into some of the other details, but
Yeah,
so
you have to.
Yeah, we had to go and we had to get that signed. So we just moved on from there, man. We're still always rooting for Nemesis to do big things. Shout out to all the brothers that stepped in, like yourself,
Yes.
Joe Mack,
Yes. Dirty.
OG Run C. I mean, really kept the name going all these years. Big Al definitely kept the name going.
sure,
All these years. Rest in peace.
Wait a minute, you moving too fast again. Because we still on Pusher Man.
All right,
You know
all
where I
right,
want to go.
all right,
You know
all
where
right.
I want to go.
Okay, come on.
Let's do a super tight exclusive right now.
All right.
That some people may know, but I doubt that they know this. Because you just said it. That video,
Yeah,
I'm talking about classic video for the Metroplex.
right.
I was in it. You know what I'm talking about? I was there.
What video?
Pusher Man. We talking about the song
Okay.
Pusher Man.
Well,
I
you
wasn't
just
in the
said
video,
That
though.
video.
I was not in the video.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I'm gonna have to look at it again because I'm not in.
Oh, your voice was in there.
Well, yeah.
That
Oh
part.
yeah. My voice is
Yes.
all through the song, but the actual video, B was actually in the video,
I remember.
but I was not. I was not in the video.
B played a cop in it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, him and Najee. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny. I think we was at the Star Club downtown Dallas, something like that.
Star Club. Yeah.
But that was something that a lot of people don't know, didn't know, and I don't know if they know to this day,
Right.
that those were other people's voices that the label wanted. You know, all that I believe was all the label's idea. Of course, we know it was.
It was. It was. I mean, I know because once we decided to leave, Snake, they were like, okay, we're just gonna re-record it
Yes, without y'all.
without us,
Yes.
right? And it's like if you listen to Timekeepers on the new release,
Yes.
it's different than the original.
Yes.
That was the only song I think they took our voices off of was Timekeepers. Everything else they kept. The same.
NEMESIS Timekeepers.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I remember Timekeepers.
Oh yeah.
So right then and there, as a youngster, I probably was 19, 20, maybe.
Yep.
I said to myself, the music industry is screwed up for making these young brothers do what they made them do. I said, how can they do that? And you could literally hear the voices changing while Al was rapping. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not Al rapping, but it's Al rapping on the video.
Right.
Yes, and you could hear
Lip syncing.
Lip syncing.
Right.
Milli Vanilli in
Milli
it.
Vanilli.
Yeah, but that was all, you know,
But they did what they had to do,
they did what the label wanted them to do.
and they had to keep it going.
Yes.
And
It was the first video.
yeah, it was
Yes.
the first video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dope song, man. I mean,
Man, that song was dope.
That
It was
song-
so dope.
They were like, we can't let this.
It was so dope that 50 Cent just used it last year
yeah, in the in Power.
Yeah.
in Power.
Episode 3.
Episode
Yeah.
3 of Power. Did you get compensated?
That's being worked on right now.
Okay.
So
okay. Get
yeah,
your
we
paperwork
had
straight.
That's right.
Yeah, we had a Zoom call, me, Snake, Azim. You went on that call? Duddy. We just talked about all Nemesis stuff.
Yeah.
And then we talked about that show and some royalties that ain't been paid out yet. So
Yes.
yeah, so
Y'all need to get y'all money, man.
yeah.
I'm talking about not you. I'm talking about all y'all. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Because I know it's some money just hanging out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So so after you left Nemesis, no more rapping. I know you got into
I
some.
would actually that's when I became, you hear people call me Rock Love, right?
Yes.
That's my name on Instagram, Rock Love. I became Rock Love at that point. And I was actually doing solo work,
Solo rapping or solo singing?
solo rapping.
Oh, okay.
Solo rapping, and that's when I started to produce as well.
Okay.
So I was working with my boy Mike Grayson, who was a dope producer in his own right and artist.
Still is.
Yep. And he gave me my first keyboard because I was always coming to his house. Getting
like,
on the,
"Here."
he's like, man,
Here.
just take it home.
Okay.
I'm about to upgrade.
Yeah, I took it to my apartment. I started, learn how to play chords and stuff like that on it. I could always, finger things out,
That's going
because initially he was.
instruments before.
I did not before that, I mean, I was always musical though. I could get on a keyboard and start figuring
Yeah,
stuff out.
that's what's up.
But MG, the way we came together, we actually came together to do producing together.
Yeah.
We had House of Funk Productions,
House of Funk already.
right? So we started. He would do the tracks. I'll come up with the lyrics, the melodies, and stuff.
Like a production type of deal.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah. So we were doing that together, working with different people like your boy Chocolate Ty. He was
Already.
one of the first.
Shout out Chocolate Time.
Yes, sir. He's one of the first artists we were working with back then. But I was also doing my solo rap stuff.
Already.
Yeah, so I was doing completely different stuff than we did with Nemesis. But I'm still being lyrical.
Real lyrical.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I did. It's what I do. And so while working with MG, doing the R&B thing, mostly R&B. We working with a lot of different artists around town. Still doing the rap thing. We actually was sending stuff out on me.
Yeah.
Priority was one of the labels I was talking to back then. But then I started producing some brothers that sang. Big Big Payne was a member of that group.
Oh, Big George Payne. I read it.
Right. Big Payne was a member of that group. They had like 3 guys in the group.
Was Sneed in that group too?
No.
Sneed wasn't in that group.
No, the original version of that group, I'm not gonna go through all the member names, but
Damn, how many of y'all was it?
it's like, you know how it is, you have groups you go through.
Transitions.
You go through transitions.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try to condense this down so I don't take too much time talking about it. But so I was writing songs. Me and MG was producing songs for the group.
Okay.
They didn't have a name at the time. We came up with the name The Essence.
Okay.
The Essence. So I'm helping them with the songs. They was like, man, I'm helping them with the harmonies and stuff like that. It's like, man, I kept telling y'all need one more voice. But I wasn't advocating for myself.
Yeah,
I really wasn't. He's like, man, why don't you just join the group?
Yeah.
So that's what I ended up joining the group. And
The Essence.
the more I did The Essence, the less I rapped.
Oh, okay.
The more I did The Essence, the less I rapped. But I would rap on our songs, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it was back then.
Oh, you was like what's his name? Michael Bivins. Yeah, you like Michael Bivins.
much better than Michael.
Well, you
Bivins.
know what I mean. But you know what I mean. They had to have a one rapper. Like
No,
Left Eye.
I was really honestly my role
Like
in
Left Eye. The one rapper.
My role in the group was really the primary producer for the group,
Okay.
and I was more like the Teddy Riley of the group.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
So I come out with
Get it right.
the tracks. I would do my rap part on the song. You know, I sang some on the song. Mostly I sang background, just singing harmony, stuff like that.
Yeah.
G was one of our lead singers. We had some dope brothers that sang with us. You know that business Shrimp Doc?
Shrimp
You heard of Shrimp Doc? Shrimp Doc, David Jackson, he was in our group. BBD, we call him.
BBD.
And, Big Black Dave. And but I'm gonna give a shout out to all my DS's brothers: Johnny B, Tracy Harris, Charles Nash, Peanut, of course George Big Payne.
Big George.
Yeah, that was a group, man. We did a lot.
I'm ready. So what you been up to lately?
Man, I got a few endeavors I'm into right now. On the music tip, producing, still making music, still producing. Working with Chocolate Tie on his project.
Okay.
We got 2 in the can already. We recorded. Well, 3.
The king is the Prince of Southern
Prince of
Soul.
Southern Soul.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a track with him and Sir Charles on the track.
Ooh, that's gonna be big.
We got about, all in all on his project, probably about 4 or 5 tracks.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm one of the part of the production team. He got together, me, Quinn Black, another brother BP, and a brother named Izzy. So it's like 4 of us
Okay.
That's
working
gonna
on
be
it. So
nice.
yes, but I'm doing all kind of tracks. I'm doing not only just Southern Soul. I do it all. I do gospel. I do hip hop.
Okay.
I do it all. R&B. I do it all.
I remember when he was here, he said his production team was second to none.
Yeah.
You was about to ask a question. I could see.
I was like, I like your hat, your shirt. What
That's my other
tell us
endeavor.
about
That's
it.
me and my
Yeah.
wife's business, actually. I brought you guys some merch. He didn't show you. He just threw it in the,
Yeah,
threw it in
I
the car
saw
real
that,
quick.
but
So I
that's
brought you
okay.
guys your own hoodies, just like this. On My Black, OMB.
Thank
Got the
you.
hat on.
Okay.
On My Black, which is our T-shirt and hoodies, apparel
Yes.
I love it.
So
for the culture.
explain that in the middle of the EM right there.
So this is
What I
all
think-
the countries that
That's
have
what I
black
thought.
people. Those are the flags of all the countries that have black people.
Wow, that's
So-
what I thought that was. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so if you go to ownmyblack.com, we have merchandise that really speaks to the black culture. You know, the things that resonate with us, the things
Yes.
the things that we say. We have all different types. You know, whether you're a person that's about, you know, the movement, you're a person about, you know, spirituality.
Yeah.
You know, we got like the shirt that G has on right there. It's a rap. We have lyrics. So he has famous lyric.
Lovely.
He's got one from Rakim on there. So
Yeah, y'all go support that on myblack.com.
OnMyBlack.com.
Like that.
Yeah, y'all know we keep saying it on this platform that we have to keep the money in the black community. That's the only way we're going to progress as a race. We can't keep spending all our dollars everywhere else. Come on, y'all. I mean, we have got to get it together. And this is part of it. I think, you know, you heard us talking about me being optimistic, you know what I'm saying? So I'm optimistic in saying that I'm hoping we can turn this whole culture around, you know, and get everybody because bro, we as a race, I'm not gonna say we're lacking, but it's some people out there that it's so many people that's in the deficit in our race. It outshines the good people. You know what I mean? It's like making an A and then making a 0.
Right.
You remember how that A or making an F, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not an A anymore.
But, we are fractured people, man. We've been fractured since day one. So it's like you go back to when we first got here, our ancestors got here, they did not allow us to have unity.
No.
Right. So that's why we don't have
It's systemic.
It's ingrained, right?
We don't have the generational wealth and the foundation and the structure that
Or the resources.
or the resources.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a result. That's what it was designed that way.
was the plan.
It was designed. It was
Designed that
systemic. But you're right. But knowing this, admitting it, and knowing the problem is the first signs of recovery.
Well, if you think about
We need to recover and move the other direction.
think about our generation, right?
Yes.
I'm a couple of years older than you. Our generation lived through the end of civil rights. Really, our parents came through it, so we got that right. So we knew what they was going through. We got the kind of the tail end of it, the understanding of it. We didn't go through it ourselves, but just the understanding of it, right? So we're the one of the generations that kind of lived through the complete metamorphosis of the black culture through all these different eras, right? So we have that understanding. This younger generation, they don't have that because they don't know what it's like.
They never knew the struggle.
That's
Yeah,
like
they don't know
the young cowboys.
Right.
Yes.
They don't know.
The young cowboy fans, they don't know. All they know is the struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know about the glory days.
They sure don't. They sure don't know about that. I hate it for them though.
Me too, because it was beautiful, wasn't it?
Sure was.
I mean, 70s,
Come on
the
now.
90s.
You remember when the Cowboys used to come down Oak Cliff
Yes.
to the Burger Kings?
What?
Or Pettis Norman?
Mama, the Pettis Norman on the not Pettis Norman. What's the boy? Was it Pettis
It was
Norman?
Pettis Norman. It was
Yes.
Pettis Norman, yeah.
On the one on Ledbetter.
He had several.
I remember the one.
He had one on Ledbetter. He had the one on Keast.
Yes. Now,
'Cause I live by the one on Keast. We used to always go to that one.
well, we're gonna put references in for you youngsters in Dallas. The one on Ledbetter right now is Sweet Georgia Browns.
That's right.
So that was a Burger King in the old days that was owned by a Dallas Cowboy, and there was nothing to see a Dallas Cowboy rolling through Oak Cliff in his vet.
Well, think about it.
You remember that? You remember those days?
Those were
Dwayne
the
Thomas
days.
lived in Singing Hills.
Yeah, Dwayne Thomas lived in
Dwayne
Singing
Thomas lived in
Hills.
Singing Hills.
Yes, he did, in the circle.
He lived down the block from my kinfolks. I had 3 different families of cousins that lived in Singing Hills, different places.
Yeah.
On Moonglow,
Yep.
Lazy River Circle,
Yep, Lazy River Circles where what's his name
Family
lived?
on
and
Lazy
then
River Circle.
on Balalaca back there.
Balalaca.
Balalaca.
is actually not Singing Hills, but we're going to.
It's
Here
Singing
we
Hills.
go.
It's Singing Hills.
Okay.
It's Singing Hills.
I like to mess with them.
Yeah.
I got a brother that's about to show up right now. That's
Every
from
time.
you know what that's area where they have their own name to their neighborhood.
Back there,
Yeah,
they do. What they call it?
Hidden Valley.
Oh yeah. You're right. There's a
It's called
street
Hidden-
called Hidden Valley. Back
Yeah, the main street is called Hidden Valley.
I spent a lot of time in Singing Hills growing up.
Oh yeah,
a lot
but
of time.
those are brothers, man.
Yeah, you know any of them Nancy's over there?
Oh yeah, on right there, Tracy Nance.
That's my cousin.
Tracy Nance is your cousin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something. I don't want that. It's my wife. That was my little elementary school girlfriend.
Okay. Okay.
Tracy Nance was the first girl I ever kissed in my life.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, but I'm married now. She don't kiss better than my wife.
Tracy.
That was in the we was in the
Go
fourth,
get
fifth grade. She was in the fourth, fifth grade.
That's my kinfolk.
Yeah, I'm talking about. So is that that's the cousin that Dwayne, that the cowboy?
Well, no,
lived in?
he lived between two of my, because he didn't live in the circle. He lived on Lazy River.
A wrestler lived in that circle. One of the wrestlers that used
I'm trying
to
to think.
not Junkyard Dog. One of them.
There was a lot of people.
Yes.
Black. Because Mean Joe Green had a house over there.
Black Excellence, baby.
Mean Joe Green had. Singing Hills was the place to be back then for black folks.
You say that, but I'm thinking over there by where off of Redbird,
Oh,
where,
you talking about Bar Harbor? Okay.
Bar Harbor and all that area.
That was definitely a step up.
That was a very much a step up than Singing Hills.
Big time.
Yes.
But a lot of those guys lived in Singing Hills though. 'Cause I remember Tony Hill would be down there hooping at the Singing Hill Recreation Center.
Yeah, man. Woo. So I feel sorry for this younger generation.
Yeah, they missed out on a lot. Jackson 5 came to Singing Hills. Right?
Yes, they did, and took my man Robert Booth was the one that told. Y'all can say we lying. Shout out to Robert Booth. Robert Booth pop block in front of Michael Jackson and did the moonwalk. And did the moonwalk, but were they there?
Listen,
Yes or no? Were they there?
Yeah.
Okay. People don't believe that they were there.
People was moonwalking in Dallas before Michael Jackson put it on.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
My older brother Keith went to SOC. He was known for pop locking. He could do the moonwalk. But we didn't call it the moonwalk. We called it skate.
The skate. That's exactly what it was called. And and I'm trying to tell you, that boy Robert Booth was ticking, boy. Bam, and did that.
That's not your ministry, baby.
And next thing you know, he did that in front of Michael Jackson.
Oh
shit! You about to knock the wood table over.
No, I got so many stories, man. I probably need about 2 hours to tell you all the stuff I know, but
go ahead.
But back to what we were originally saying, though, we were talking about the black culture and hey, this is all the more reason why y'all need to be educating your kids at home, because it's a big movement to take what little history
out of the school
we do have out of the school. So
it's real.
You're gonna have to you know what I mean, learn your history, educate your kids.
But that's part of the systemic part of it,
right?
Yeah,
because
it don't have to stay that way, though, is what I'm saying.
There you go. But it's on the parents, because as far as we get back from the origin, away from the origin, it's going to get watered down. It's
on the village,
and eventually those kids aren't going to know anything. All they're going to know is about Frederick Douglass.
Right.
That's it. That's all they teach. Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman.
Hey, man.
And it's much more to black history than that.
We had to, we went through that era, through the X-Hat era, wearing the medallions
with the
X-Clan,
being proud,
the X-Clan Public Enemy era. So it inspired us to read more. I started reading books back then, especially being around people like Bumblebee and Azim, being a Muslim, being converted, and they was turning me on to books and stuff. I was reading books like Dr. Kawanza Kinjufu and Before the Mayflower and all that stuff, man. Just really, really learning about our culture, man, and while we were really systemically held back, and still being held back to this day.
But you know what? If people realize that it's just not a United States problem, that it's a world problem, because it was systemically done all over the world. And we're just thinking about what we have in our own backyard.
Oh, yeah.
But England and Europe, they put a plan together and they really put some work in on our race of people. Yeah. I don't care if you're from Belize, if you're from Cuba and you got dark skin, if you're from, Jamaica, they put a plan in to stop this race of people from being great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so it's all part of the systemic plan to hold our brothers and sisters down.
I mean, that's part of the reason why we came up on My Black, was to try to do something for the culture.
That's beautiful.
Y'all have kids apparel?
We will. Right now on the website, I don't think there's children apparel out there, but I know that's one of the things we're talking about. We're branding right now, and we're going to do some sub branding, and we're definitely going to start, catering to some kids and stuff too as well. So
it's beautiful, man. I'm supporting you 1,000%, bro.
Appreciate it, man. And right back at you, man. I love what you guys have been doing with Super Tight TV. I can't wait till you guys are like getting picked up by the.
You think that'll happen?
By the streaming services.
What?
And all of the other platforms that are available to podcasts, man. Because I think, I'm going to tell you right now, I was telling Jazzy K when you left out, I said, man, I've learned about people in Dallas that are doing music that I didn't even know existed.
Oh, yeah.
On this show, from this show.
Yeah, we realized.
A lot of them I know because I've dealt with them or knew them. But people, man, I'm discovering people I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
And it's great, man. Dallas.
And we got so many more.
Yeah.
And they coming out the woodworks.
Yeah.
They want to come on Super Tight, and they want to sit down, meet Jazzy K. When I do the shows and she's not here, they be like,
I'm glad you're here, by the way.
Don't they?
Because I've seen a couple episodes when you're not here. No offense, Bobo.
I know it. It ain't the same. It ain't the same.
No, y'all play off each other well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why I had to do it with my wife. You know what I mean? Because
I try my very best.
We have a dynamic at home that, it's one of them things people be like, Well, if y'all need y'all own TV show. People say that.
Well, I know you. I've been knowing you.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
a character. So I
always have been.
yeah, always been upbeat brother. Always,
The class clown. I hated to be that, but it just I was the king of the one-liners. All the way back in elementary school.
The comeback kid.
You was that brother scoring on everybody.
That was me.
I could score, but I wouldn't.
It's not score.
Well, yeah, I could
Sco.
I could score on
Say it
y'all.
right. There you go.
I could play the dozens, but I was the one guy where if the teacher said something, I'm still like that to this day, to where I play off of words, almost like the no. What's
Don't,
that
we know what you
pause.
Mean.
The
You know
pause
what you
deal.
mean.
The pause deal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say something, y'all pause. You know, but I would always say something else. You know, so much to where the teachers would be. I mean, you need to get up here and sit up here by me.
Yeah,
pull your desk next to my desk.
I was that kid. I remember when I went to when I was at Seguin in elementary school, Erasmus Seguin.
Oh, really?
I was one of those kids. I was real smart. I was always like straight A or straight one. You mean the one?
Oh yeah,
two,
yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4, but not come with no 4.
And I get done with my work quick, and I just start running my mouth. Teacher told me,
That
all
was
right.
me.
She put tape on my mouth.
Well, that's type of stuff they could do back in the day.
They could do whatever they wanted to.
Oh, back in the day, paddling.
And your parents would be like, "Yeah, get them."
Need to bring some of that back.
I told her about it. One of my teachers at Robert L. Thornton. For all the people who went to Thornton in our era, everybody remembers Miss Scott. Miss Scott was who got a belt.
Yeah.
If you got a belt, she gonna take your belt off and whoop him with it.
I believe it.
Next thing you know, he got an attitude for you for giving you
That's what I'm
for
talking
giving up the
about.
belt. That's almost like snitching. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
See, because if y'all be watching some of these videos that's out now, some
need
of
some
these
whoopings.
kids,
They need some whoopings, baby.
I be want to let them borrow my belt.
Already been. Say you got some shout outs, brother?
I'm gonna give a shout out to all the brothers who work with me in music from the very beginning. Rockmaster C, DMD,
KMD.
Bumblebee,
Yes.
Azim, Chili B, Snake, Big Al, Casanova Rock,
Yes, sir.
Rich Mac, Joe Mac, Ron C,
MG.
MG,
Yes.
Big Pain. I mean,
You know about
the
this
list,
pain.
you know who?
Yes, sir.
DJ Crush, K Cole, Willie Fresh.
Yes.
I mean, it's not enough time to really talk about all the things I was able to experience when I was doing music here in Dallas, and I'm kind of come full circle with what I'm doing now with Southern Soul. So Chocolate Tide, definitely shout out to that brother. He's like, man, I'm doing this project. I know you cold on those tracks. Let's get together. And it's been working pretty well, you know. So shout out to Chocolate Tide, man, for giving a brother a chance to really get back in the game. I mean, I'm a corporate person now, you know. Obviously, I got a day job.
Oh yeah.
But
Don't we all?
But I never stopped doing music, really. You know, I always had my setup at home and everything, and
You got a love for it.
you know, yeah, I did it just because I like doing it. But I always believed in my abilities and things I was able to create. And so I'm glad to see now that I'm able to share it with a brother like Ty. And pretty soon I'm going to be really, seeking other collaborations.
Good.
Within Southern Soul and hip hop and other genres as
That's
well.
what's up. Tell everybody your socials so they can find you.
Oh shit, what is my social? Rock
Rock Love.
I'm Rock
on
Love.
something.
Rock Love on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm Rock Love on Instagram. I'm not, as they say, fully outside yet, right?
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it.
You gotta come outside.
I'm out there though. I posted a few things. I posted a couple of beats and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
people liked it. But I want to, I've been focused on the Tide project really the last.
I'm so excited to hear this Ty project.
Yeah. Have you heard any of it?
No. Well, did he sing a song for us?
He sang on the show.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm so excited to hear this Ty
I'll
project.
let him definitely expose what he wants to expose.
I know.
But yeah, it's hot.
I know it
I'm
is.
telling you right now, top to bottom.
That song he sang for us, I knew was a hit. Soon as he started, I said, "Oh, yeah. Y'all need to come on with it."
Yeah, we're
I'm
coming,
excited.
man. We was working last night, as a matter of fact.
Good,
So
good, man.
yeah, so we got some great material coming out. I mean, his project, he about to take the Southern Soul industry by storm.
Good.
I believe it.
Shout out to Chocolate Tie.
Shout out.
It's past due.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of the most talented brothers. I mean, me and Mike started working with him back in the day. You talking about a guy that can get in the studio and go to work?
Oh yeah, that's him.
Man,
That's him.
he's cold.
Man, I sure appreciate you coming, man. Spending the time to come see, Miss Jazzy K and myself.
Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
Come to the wood table.
OnMyBlack.com. Y'all go check it out.
Yes, I
Thank you.
support the black business, man. And I appreciate everything you've done for the culture of hip hop in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, bro.
Appreciate it.
What are your 3 favorite songs of your music? Let us know.
Okay, so on the Nemesis original album, my favorite song actually is Enough Said.
Okay.
That's my favorite song.
And why?
Man, I just felt like it was like the true essence of Nemesis, like
Okay.
what we were all about, And the song is like lyrically, all 3 of us came with it on that song, and the track was hot.
Yeah.
The track was hot. The Snake built, Casanova on the cuts. I mean, it was really a funky track. I feel like I wish it would have been a single, but it didn't make it to single status. But it was.
He was up there.
Yeah, I had a line, into a state of mind. I say the rhymes, your head swells, rings like a bell, then bursts. It's easy, the Uzi with 1,000 rounds of rhymes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Coming like a hip hop curse on these suckers' brains. Cause I just dreamed a week and given no reason to speak. Enough said. That's the line right there. The opening line, anyways.
I remember
And then I'm gonna give you, cause I've done, the different types of music. Come on. I got from my group The Essence, we had a song called oh man, we had a lot of songs. We had a song called "You're Always on My Mind." It's a pretty nice song.
I'm ready.
Yeah, R&B song.
Okay.
Song we did when we did some shows with the group Next. We was in Minneapolis for a hot minute,
Already.
and did a show with Montel Jordan. That was the lead song we did on that one. And then I've got to go to now. I'm working with my boy Ty.
Yes.
We got a hot track called Sugar Daddy.
Oh,
That's the one he was singing.
that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember he sung that for us? That is a hit
That's the one.
waiting to happen. Yeah, because every girl want a sugar daddy.
Yeah, they do.
Deep down, they might not want to admit it. Look out. Every girl want a little sugar daddy.
They looking for a
Little
sponsor.
sugar sprinkled on them.
They looking for a sponsor.
For sponsorship.
That's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Looking for a good sponsor.
Those are 3 of my favorite. I mean, I love all the stuff we worked on, but those are 3 that stand out to me that I feel like, that are like my different iterations of myself in music that stand out to me, that mean a lot to me.
I love it.
I do love it too, man. I sure appreciate you coming, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Already.
Man, I got my man, Easy Rock C. I got Rock Love. I got, what's that name we got?
No.
Rapping Star. Wait a minute. I got Mr. Charles Rockamore in the house. My brother, a super tight guest.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.